What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at base Zidane. He is an absolute gem and a half. I remember the first time he came into FIFA, I think 2 years ago, I want to know. Let's have a look. Generation. Yeah, FIFA 20. We was very, very lucky to get him in the first ever base icon of FIFA 20, and I was absolutely ecstatic. He's about 1.6 mil at the moment on the Xbox, just shy of 2 mil on the PlayStation, and 2 mil on the PC, and he's actually a really good card. I think the 5-star is an absolute lifesaver with him. 6'1", high medium work rates. We've tried out his prime. I think the mid has escaped us so far, but we will have a look at that one. And genuinely, the card is just very well balanced throughout. Obviously, in terms of kind of making him more of a box-to-box, you'd be looking more shadow. But I think the kind of benefit chemistry style you're looking for has got to be the engine. Get that balance nice and high up to 95. Get the agility to 82. Give yourself some more passing to pretty much max that out at 97. And then obviously give yourself a bit more pace. If you wanted to go for the shadow, you would be kind of more defensive orientated because he's only got 73, but I think with his attacking ability, he is very good at doing the kind of whole box to box, but his attacking threat is very, very good, and I think having that engine on him just makes it that whole lot better. He has got finesse and flair, and obviously he is a Real Madrid legend, as well as Juventus. I think that Juventus was, I think, a bit before my time, I want to say, but I do remember the later stages of his Real Madrid career, very, very later stages. Obviously being, 92, I think he was. French, yeah, I think 92, 95, scored Bordeaux. Oh, so he might have actually been, it's probably when I was really growing up in terms of his career, but he's here. Let's see what Zidane can do for us. Zidane trying to chase down a bit of Maradona. Maradona's agility is absolutely stunning, so Zidane has had to kind of give up the pursuit a little bit. Managed to nearly get it back to it, but Hullit's going to try. Campbell's going to get in the way, and I think with Zidane, he is a big old unit, 6'1", and I think in terms of midfield, he's just naturally going to get the ball kind of delivered to him, and I think what he kind of does give you is, well, not a pass like that. I think the thing that he gives you is kind of just that flexibility of a midfielder, and I think with him, he is a very weird one, especially kind of going into his prime and all of that. I've not seen a 6'1" player skill like him. Like, you do get a few, like Ronaldo obviously is very good, but even Zidane feels agile, and it's very, very weird to see. Back into Zidane. Oh, getting caught there. That is just, let's just scrap that one. That is kind of the wrong way to use a midfielder. And I think in general, I kind of do sometimes when I go into these 5-stars, kind of just naturally try and do a few more skills than I normally do, which I think is natural because you do want to see what the kind of best of him can do. That's a lovely pass, just can't get it back. And I think naturally he is a very good skiller. He's not necessarily one of these 5-stars that don't feel like they could, so it's an interesting one to see what his full capabilities are. Obviously, if you do go into kind of more of a foot champs match, you will see even more so the kind of service that he does offer, because obviously in high pressured situations he is the person that you can count on, and I think them sort of midfielders and obviously attackers as well, your Eusebios, Zidanes, your Cantonars, they naturally have that gift to just win matches for you. And like that, Roberto Carlos, wow, a little bit of a bonus clip. Oh, did Zidane put his foot in the way of that? I'm going to count that as a Zidane clip. I think 5 is the magic number. You love to see it. Zidane going to pick it up this time. Oh, that's beautiful. Lovely little bit of skill. Finds the inside, but the Brentford CDM is going to absolutely take that ball away from him. I think 1.5 mil as well. I think that's relatively decent. I think that was probably about the price that he was when I packed him in FIFA 20. So very interesting to see if that price does go down kind of soon. Obviously, he isn't in packs anymore, so it is purely based on market, and I think just a base upgrade pack, but obviously that isn't tradable anyway, so that really wouldn't affect his price massively, other than the fact that I suppose there would be less demand for him now, I suppose, especially with his prime being out. But let's say we'll have a look at the price difference between the two as he finds a beautiful pass. We're going to go straight down the ring to Cruyff, and this is where I think him in a more of attacking zone would be perfect. Obviously Cahill doing a good job, but I think if he's kind of more centralized cam, I think he'll be up in that kind of attacking zone a hell of a lot more. We see that opportunity. I was kind of hoping for a right-footed shot there, though, not going to lie. Back into him again. He's going to skip past him. He's looking for that wing. He's going to find a bit of Best, and that is what you're paying for. That is a stunning pass. Best does his literal best to get it back into Zidane, and we're going to just get blocked. And again, aggression, play, love it. Rella picking the ball up again, looking for the 1-2 from Zidane, who's let him down. And that is not what I was thinking for Zidane, as he's going to just divvy his way through. Goes with the long finesse. And again, Zidane, he can pull it out of the bag. And that's what I'm saying with these icons. Sometimes the reviews don't go your way. Maybe you don't get the right shot. Maybe you don't even get a chance. But what really happens is the fact that you know that at some point he can pop off. It's not as if he is actually awful. Sometimes it can't just be a game. And the one thing with Zidane and a lot of these topper tier icons, as well as the top tier golds, the Mbappes, the Messis, the Neymars, they physically can just change the game without doing absolutely anything for the whole game. I'm trying these long range shots. I feel like he's definitely got it in his locker, but I think that is the kind of beauty of these players. And some players have it, but some, I think when you're looking at kind of the likes of kind of trying to think who you got, the standard midfielders. You look at maybe trying to think like you're in. Oh, that's poor. Good save. You look at like your Insignes, your Mertens. Yes, they come up with some magic opportunities, but I necessarily wouldn't really guarantee them to do it for the whole game. Whereas I look at the Messis, the Zidanes, the R9s, the Pelés, I expect them to be able to pull magic even if I'm literally losing 3-4-0. Zidane with the interception now, scooping away from turns, looking for that Cahill pass. He's got it literally bang on the money, but Koulibaly is going to read it like an open book. Like Ginola with that. And then into the Cruyff. And I don't know what that was. So going into the overall for Zidane then. Obviously coming in at a premium price. He is one of the better icons that we can say in terms of midfield. Obviously his other two versions coming in at a pretty hefty price. Mid is only coming in 500k more than obviously his base. And his prime is coming in at 3.5, which obviously 2 mil extra on top of his base. But that one is a little bit more harder to get. And to be honest, really not that bad priced. I feel like last year he was more expensive, and I do think he is just phenomenal. He's such a good card. He's a 5/5. Every version has got a place in a team. I feel like the base Zidane will definitely run out of steam soon. I feel like when we get team of the year, when we then get maybe the next promo or after that, that's when personally you will find that he just is slowing down in comparison to his competition. It's natural. As we get further into the game, we got higher rated cards, which is obviously the whole point of the game. You want to get to the end with as many 99s as possible, whereas obviously icons unfortunately don't upgrade past their prime moment version. But I think in terms of his base, he's definitely still got a bit of life kicking in him, and to be honest, he is a card of kind of merit as such. People idolized Zidane. That's their hero growing up. I feel like he's kind of again bridging the gap at that point where personally I was born, so I kind of remember Zidane, whereas you look at the Eusebios, the Puskasses, I have not a clue who they are. In terms of actually watching them play, never did. So it's now these sorts of icons, your Rooney's, your Drogbas. Obviously, then you look at Lahm. They're the people that I fully understood and watched. Whereas I think Zidane's kind of on that. He's on that cusp. I feel like I was a bit young, but he still is there, and I kind of know more about him and watched more of him play than I have with any of the others of kind of the older generation of icons. But in terms of Zidane in playing, the 5/5 is brilliant. I think the engine is definitely the way to go with him. You get that nice little balance upgrade as well as agility. The pace is decent. Passing is obviously phenomenal. Dribbling in general is fantastic with him. For somebody who's 6'1", with, I think, was it a medium build? What build was it? High and average, which to be honest is always considered the lesser of the body types. I think he is absolutely wonderful. A 10 out of 10, 100%. Would I say I'd spend 1.5 on him? I think if he either got a French team, you really like Zidane, a Real Madrid fan for a past and present, then yes, he's worth every penny. If you are looking to just upgrade your team, I would necessarily say try and save a little bit more. Look for that kind of, to be honest, I was going to say Hullet, but I was like, well, Hullet's just definitely not the one. He's going to be a hell of a lot more. But if you're looking for someone like Vieira or somebody on them lines, if you're looking for more of a kind of DM, CM, and then obviously if you're looking for more Cam, I would potentially be looking at the Pelés. I feel like that would be the better option rather than spending 1.5 or just going for any special generic card that comes up. I feel like there's definitely quite a few that really hit that mark. Zidane is just obviously paying the premium for the icon, the name, and obviously the fact that he's French absolutely links perfectly with a hell of a lot of teams. But overall, he's always going to be a 10 out of 10. I'd absolutely rate Zidane in pretty much all the FIFAs he's been in so far. He's actually been relatively decent for me, and he works to my style. So hopefully you did enjoy the video. Make sure you do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.